find out as we go to Big Tej in the playground. Elevates in traffic for the creative putback finish. A dunk like that has gotta make Vince Carter proud. Moving on to the wreck. It's RBTN 23-23. Reads the rim perfectly and throws down the wicked windmill flush. How many style points does that dunk deserve? All the points! All of the style points! Everybody else is unfashionable forever!
And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At point, standing 6'3", number 11, Avery Bradley. At the other guard position, standing 6'6", number 14, Daniel Green. At center, standing 7 feet, number 7. At power forward, standing 6'10", number 3, Anthony Davis. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 23, LeBron James. Your home team head coach is Frank Vogel. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard, championships, all that stuff matters the most to me. Between money or legacy, my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin?
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at Los Angeles. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up.
You know, for Los Angeles, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at center. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with Bradley. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Bradley. Down low, here's Davis. And Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Here's James following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Tries from 10. And James gets it to go.
Not going to miss many chances from that range. That's LeBron's wheelhouse there.
Walker against Bradley. And Walker kicks to Tice. And James pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Bradley and Hayward with the block. Brown outside. And the pass to Tice. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Back to Brown. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. I mean, the defense has no idea what to do with it.
James dishes to Davis. to the inside. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Davis.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside, Walker. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
McGee bounce pass. It's deflected. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Walker. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Tatum. Back to Walker. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. Here's Tice. And Davis sends it back. Bradley against Walker. Now here's James. D right on him. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
And the first one drops. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
And both free throws good for LeBron. And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
Pass to McGee. Kicks it to LeBron. And James throws it down.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Now, here's Walker. No points in the game yet for him. Brown outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, I like the fact that the energy that Brown plays with makes him a guy that does a good job getting to the line.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
That free throw good from Brown.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
And Brown drops them both. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he is able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
You'd better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. LeBron James third.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Walker against Bradley. Walker the pass to Tice. He hits Brown with the drive. Rebounded by the Lakers. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Outside Bradley. Passes it to Davis. Fades back. No good on that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Now here's LeBron after Gordon Hayward's miss.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game. And he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Inside, Tice, and Davis sends it back. Here's Bradley. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trailed by 7. Pass to Walker. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The shot misses. Hayward with some nice D. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And there's the pass to James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Kemba Walker picks one up. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. free throw good, James. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Now here's Smart. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To end the cold streak. Rebounded by the Lakers. Outside Rondo. Pass to Howard. Right side Davis. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. Howard kicks to Rondo. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 8. He feeds it to Hayward. And here's Walker outside. Connects from three-point range.
You can see why Walker's participated in the three-point contest. I mean, he's an ideal participant. He's a volume deep ball shooter.
Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston. And Howard with the second chance points. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
That free throw good from Hayward. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Danny Green. The Celtics also changing it up. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
LeBron outside. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Wanamaker. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Celtics trail by 5. Hayward outside. Back to Wanamaker. 5 to shoot. With some arc. Great D that time from Rondo.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Smart, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. And here's Smart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Here's Rondo. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Rondo's shot is off.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Lakers shooting 47% from the field to start things off. James, the bounce pass. Passes it to Kuzma. Outside Rondo. No good there. Excellent D there from Williams. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Smart deciding where to go with it. Here's Cantor. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Dwight Howard.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
And the Lakers making a change here. Morris is checked in. That's good from Cantor. Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Now here's Rondo, still looking for his first bucket in this one. And again, the Lakers no good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Feeds it to Smart. A baseline J. That shot is off. Lakers trailed by 3. Caldwell Pope feeling out of it. Kuzma passes to Caldwell Pope. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Hayward outside. Pass to Smart. Over Rondo. And Smart the bucket on the assist by Hayward. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Bucket is good.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
Wanamaker the pass to Kanter. Hayward dishes to Williams. Back to Hayward. Jacks up a 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Celtics as they wrap up the first quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late-game situations.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Marcus Smart. Jason Tatum is out there with Williams. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Wanamaker in at the guard position.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
To the left wing. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Tatum passes to Cantor. Outside Williams. Tatum, that's for two. No good off the back of the rim. Lakers trailed by 6. Kuzma, right side. Now Caldwell Pope. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Over Smart. Rebound by Williams. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. And it's sent back by Howard.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempts.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Nice shot by Smart.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Lakers passing it around. On the wing, Morris. He's guarded by Williams. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
The pass to Morris. Here's Kuzma. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Outside Tatum. Shoots over Kuzma. They get the rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Jazz, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
That's good from Cantor. Clark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams, but you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. Now here's NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams, but you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point.